Hello and welcome. It's Stephanie Treasure again, host of the Coach and Profit Giveaway, where 40 plus experts share visibility, marketing, and business strategies for making six figures and more in your coaching business so that you can grow, leverage, and scale. Now, I've invited my colleagues to shine the spotlight on the high value resources that they have provided for this special event. So I want to thank you that are watching this for joining us, prioritizing this and giving it your focus to truly make your participation in this event impactful for your business. And today it is my pleasure to speak with my friend and colleague, Andrea Stenberg. Hi, Andrea. Welcome to this broadcast. It's a pleasure to be partnering with you, bringing your expertise to this panel and to be speaking with you today.
Thanks for inviting me, Stephanie.
You are very welcome. So I want to dive in as folks, let me remind you, you want to log on to coachandprofitgiveaway.com. That's coachandprofitgiveaway.com. This event is completely free, happening for this 2-week window. And once you do that, you see all your business resources presented for you in nice categories to make it easy to find. And you'll find what Andrea is presenting today in the marketing and sales category. But first, let's dive in. And if you could tell us, Andrea, in your own words, even though your bio will be right there on the website, tell us a little bit more about you and what you do.
Well, I live in Owen Sound, Ontario, Canada, and I'm a marketing consultant, and I specialize in helping coaches and consultants and other expert entrepreneurs stand out online using online video. And when I started my business, there was no online video, there was no social media. And one of the things that I always tell my customers and entrepreneurs is the skills that you learned running your business offline gives you an advantage online, because it's not about the technology, it's about connecting with people. And that's what I work with clients about. And I'm focusing with them on helping them stand out with online video, but it really is about basic business and marketing skills. And if you have those, it doesn't matter what platform you're using.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're right. In terms of, sometimes even when I'm faced with a business challenge online or a campaign that I'm doing or a launch that I'm doing, I'll go back to your tried and true online principles, because I'm a marketing by training, by education. And what I would do if I was working on a real life brand, although my business is a real life brand, but if I were working, say, on a product, right? Because I do have a background in product and brand management, and apply those principles using the technology, getting a little bit more creative with what I have to my avail to encounter or overcome that challenge. So yes, you're absolutely right as it relates to that. So I want to ask you to share with us what you are excited about right now. I wanted to ask you that, even though that's not what I had planned, but to kind of give this the energy of this broadcast. Have persons really think positive and hear more about what you're up to. What is something that you're working on or looking forward to that you're excited about right now?
Well, one thing that I'm excited about is just the fact that since I started focusing on live video with my own business, that it's changed how I relate to my customers everywhere, in that it's allowed me to bring my personality out and kind of be more myself and quit, putting on the serious businesswoman face, but just be myself and connect with people on like a human basis. And I think that it's made my business more fun. It's made, my communications with my customers and my future customers more fun. And I'm hearing from them saying, Andrea, we like this new side of you that we're seeing. So I think the fact that I'm actually implementing the stuff I'm teaching to my customers and that I'm seeing the results is really made my business fun.
I have to agree with that because I am following you on Instagram, and folks, we're going to share with you where you can follow Andrea on Instagram and really stay connected with her at the end of this. But I follow you on Instagram, and I have to say, whenever I'm browsing and one of your videos come into my feed, I can feel the energy. I can feel the fun. It is entertaining as well as educational. So I guess you could say is, how do they say that? Edutaining, educational and entertaining together, right? But I do see that you do keep it fun. And I know that you have a lot going on. You and I are friends and colleagues, and things are busy, but you still manage to, you're consistently on showing up for the persons that are following you. And it is in a very fun, very easy way where you're learning and you're being entertained at the same time. So thank you for that. I'm happy that you are excited as you put those pieces together, the reels together, right? Because it shows for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So I want to dive into what you have, during the giveaway. As I mentioned, folks, we have over 40 experts that have joined this panel and brought some great business resources to the fore for you to get access that will help you to grow your coaching business, right? So the gift, the item that Andrea has presented for us is called the Expert Entrepreneurs Live Video Checklist. So I'm going to ask you to tell us about what you brought to the table, what it is, and why people should definitely make sure that they don't leave this giveaway without getting a hold of it. But if you could first share with us, I'd love to hear your viewpoint. Why do you feel that people should do live video?
Well, there's a few reasons. First of all, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, they're all telling us do more live video. And it's because their own internal stats are showing that people will spend more time watching a live video than a pre-recorded video. And I'm not saying this because I want you to work for Facebook for free. I'm saying it because as a marketer, if you are trying to build know, like, and trust so that people will buy from you, the more time they spend seeing your face, hearing your voice, hearing your enthusiasm, getting a chance to experience your expertise, the better chance you have of getting them to take the next step in that journey of becoming your customer. So live video gets more eyeballs. The other thing is when people are doing pre-recorded videos, there's really a tendency to, you record the video and then you look at it and go, oh, I stumbled over a word. I'm going to do it again. And then you record it again. And then it's like, oh, I forgot to smile. I'll record it again. And next thing you know, 3 days have gone by and you're still recording that first video. Whereas if you go live, there's no do-overs. You just have to hit start broadcast and start talking. And if it's not perfect, that's okay, because nobody expects it to be perfect because they know it's live. And that's why I think live is so great. It's got the energy. It lets you bypass your perfectionism, and more people are going to watch it for longer.
That's great, because that very reason, when you say that people prefer to pre-record instead of doing it live, is because they're afraid that they won't be able to, be more polished because you can't cover up the mistakes. But it's that very reason why you should do live. And based on what you're saying, it's that very reason why people will connect with you more, because they don't expect it to be perfect. They know that you're not an anchor person, and even anchor persons make mistakes. And that's what they want to see, who you are, the real you, coming across on video. And that's the person that they get to know, like, and trust and want to do business with.
Yeah, absolutely. And, once you get over that fear, it saves you time. It's because you don't have to edit it. You don't have to re-record, and it really does have better energy.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell us about the Expert Entrepreneurs Live Video Checklist.
Well, I know even for myself, going live, even though I'm so positive about it, it can be stressful. And when you're about to go live, you really want to focus on what it is you're going to say and your message, and you don't want to have to worry about the tech. So the checklist allows you to make sure you don't miss any important steps, so that when you actually hit that button and that go live, you can just focus on the technology and you're not worried about, oh, is the lighting okay? Is the background okay? Do I have enough battery on my phone or whatever it is? There's all those, even something simple like making sure you brush your teeth so you don't have a piece of spinach in your teeth, which actually happened to me once. I looked at the replay and went, oh. So just really simple things like that, so that you can confidently go on camera and share your expertise and not worry about all the little details.
I love that. And I haven't seen the checklist yet, but let me ask you, is one of those things to spritz a little, a little perfume or a little spray?
Well, I don't wear perfume, but one of the things I've seen a lot of experts say, just go live, go raw. And it's like, you notice I have lipstick on because I'm an older woman. I feel more confident when I put a little bit of lipstick and a little bit of concealer on. And I say, whatever you have to do so that you feel confident, that's the thing you have to do.
That's right.
And for me, it's lipstick and concealer. Anything else, I don't care, but I want those. So it's the things that make you feel good.
That's right. Right. So yeah, to that point, I've shared with my community that sometimes, when I'm going on a client call or I'm going to do a live stream and I get ready, even just getting ready for my day, which all of my meetings are, for at least for business, are virtual. I, get dressed, like you, I like to have, makeup on, I'm the consummate professional. You can see I'm wearing a jacket today, right? And I also spritz, I personally just like to, if I'm going out, I would spritz a little perfume on. And I know that my clients can smell. I know that on live stream, you can't smell me, but I feel good. I feel ready, right? Because you want to feel ready. You want to feel, okay, I'm prepared. I've gotten dressed, I've brushed my teeth, I've done my hair, put on my makeup, put on my perfume, and I'm ready. And when I feel like I'm ready, I feel like I show up on video, live stream, meetings in a certain way that allows me to bring my best to the table. So that's a little something that I do before I'm about to go live as well. So I totally get it. So tell me, what is a common mistake that you find that people make when it comes to doing a live video?
Well, the first mistake is they just never do it. It really, if you start doing live videos today, you are going to be ahead of the curve, even though all the platforms are pushing it. If you go and look at all your competition, I will bet you will see that the majority of them are not doing live videos. So if you just get started now, you'll be ahead of the curve. And the sooner you start, the sooner you can start getting better at it. So that is my biggest one, is don't wait till you get the perfect camera or the perfect. I actually really I don't have any of those like ring lights or fancy lighting. I use the lamps in my office and natural light from my window. You don't need fancy tech to do it. Just get started. And if, as you go along, if you decide you want to get a fancy camera or you want to get lights or you want to do whatever any other stuff, that's great. But if you have a smartphone and some ideas, start today.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. And you'd be amazed at the footage, and how, well some of these camera phones will portray you. I actually was in a meeting before this, and I mentioned that, one of my pastimes is watching some, food. I eat a whole food plant-based diet, and a lot of my recipes I've gotten from a lot of these vloggers that, vlog about what I eat in a day, or, different recipes. And sometimes when you look, some of these vloggers, they'll put in the description section what kind of equipment they're using. And many times it's just a phone, right? So even if all you have is your phone, and you don't have the fancy light, but there's a window in your home and you can kind of fix the opposite wall behind the window. So if you're facing the window, you could, do something with the background behind you or not. And that would be your lighting, natural light, and your phone, and you're ready. And, you go on to Facebook or Instagram, hit live, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I've
Like
even
that,
seen
nothing
there's
fancy.
some like professional like musicians are doing music videos recorded with cell phones, and they if you look at them, they don't look any different than the ones that were shot with fancy cameras and all, and professional stuff. So yeah, you can create great video, but it's like, just do it. Get started now. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll start getting better.
Awesome, awesome. So what is one thing that persons that are watching, right, and they're sold, and of course they're going to visit you on Instagram. I'm going to share where they can do that and see you showing up consistently on video in different ways. What's the takeaway tip that you want to share with those that are listening and feeling inspired, wanting to take the plunge, but just want that one little piece of encouragement?
Well, one of the things that I find for my videos is I'm always worried, what if I forget what I'm going to say? So if you just plan out ahead what you want to say and try to think of a story, and you don't have to write out the whole script, but if you can put down a couple of notes that remind you of the story you want to tell that goes along with what you're trying to say. And then what I do is I actually just jot them down on a little piece of paper, and then I tape the piece of paper right underneath my camera lens so that it looks like I'm still looking at the camera, but I don't have to worry about forgetting. And, it usually I don't forget, but just the safety net of having the little notes there so that I'm not sitting there going, oh, what do I say now?
Yeah, that's a great tip. I like to use my notepad. I am a PC user, and I always have the notepad app open. And whenever specifically when I'm going to do video or live stream, I will have my notes on that notepad if you look at my eyes right now, I'm looking at the camera, then I look down. And it's like I'm just, instead of coming, like if I had it on paper, if I had to do this versus if I just put my eyes down on the notepad screen, then come back to the camera, it's a little more subtle than, having to look at paper that you have or index cards.
Yeah. Or I've seen people,
thing.
because as we're recording, I actually have two monitors on my computer, and I've seen people put their script on the other screen. But if I'm looking over here at the other screen, you can tell like that I'm not looking at the camera. And it does make a difference when you make eye contact. It feels like there's more of a connection. You feel more connected to the person you're watching, and they feel like you're looking them in the eye, which is really part of why you're doing videos.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Great tip. Thank you so much for sharing that. So folks, again, what you can do is go to coachandprofitgiveaway.com. It's completely free to sign up for the giveaway during this 2-week window. Everything is nicely categorized there for you. You can find Andrea's gift under the marketing and sales category. Look for it. It's called the Expert Entrepreneurs Live Video Checklist, and download that today. Once you do, I'm sure, Andrea, they'll continue to hear from you, as I know you're doing various virtual events each month. You'll be in her space and you'll hear about that. Possibly get the social media, the links to the social media platforms as well. But go ahead and share with us where we can follow you online.
Well, one of the places I'm most active is Instagram, and I'm just at Andrea Stenberg. And pretty much all the platforms, actually, I'm at Andrea Stenberg, except for Facebook, because at Andrea Stenberg is my business page is the Baby Boomer Entrepreneur. But if you just go at Andrea Stenberg, you will find me.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing where we can keep in touch with you. Go ahead and give her a follow and stay in her space, as she educates you and shares many tips. Pretty much every single day I see an update from you on Instagram. So that's great. And then make sure you download the Expert Entrepreneurs Live Video Checklist and just jump on and do your live video as soon as possible. Just do it. Get your feet wet, or if you're already doing it, take a look at the checklist and see, some things that you may have been omitting that you can certainly add to make your live video game a little bit better. And stay in touch with Andrea, so you'll be getting more tips from her about that. All right. So thank you for watching today. Thanks again, Andrea, for being here. And I'll see you guys in the next broadcast.
Thanks, Stephanie.
You're welcome. Bye.